I come to you hungry and tired. You give me food, let me sleep. I come to you weak. You give me strength, and that's deep. You call me a sheep and lead me to green pastures, only asking that I keep the focus in between the chapters. You give me the word and only ask that I interpret, and give me the eyes that I may recognize the serpent. You know I ain't perfect, but you'd like me to try. Unlike the devil who just wants me to lie till I die. Lord, why is it that I go through so much pain? All I saw was black. All I felt was rain. I come to you because it's you who knows. You showed me that everything was black because my eyes were closed. You gave me the light and let me bask in your glory. So it was only right that when you asked for this story, I put it together to do our dogs some good. Our dogs being brothers and sisters in the hood. Plenty of times you sent help my way, but I hid. And I remember once you held me close, but I slid. There was something that I just had to see, that you wanted me to see so I could be what you wanted me to be. And I think I've seen it, because I don't feel the same. Matter of fact, I know I've seen it. I can feel the change. And it's strange how it's got me beating down your door. But I've never known love like this before. It's a wonderful feeling to get away from the pain. And up under the ceiling, I get away from the rain. And the strain that I feel when I'm here is gone. I know real, so I wipe away the tear, it's on. And I almost lost faith when you took my man, Monty, Paso, and Dre's brother dad. And I fear that what I'm saying won't be heard until I'm gone. But it's all good, because I really didn't expect to live long. So if it takes for me to suffer, for my brother to see the light, give me pain till I die. But please, Lord, treat him right.
All right, we locked in now. X is deep.
That was fine.
Word. Felt that.
Hell yeah.
What's good, everybody?
Another day, couple dollars.
What's up, baby?
What up, what up?
What up, AB?
What's up? What up? So, I'm going to go straight to the charts because we've been dropping. So this drop that we had basically was just a retest of structure. So we can't panic. I ain't gonna lie. When I seen it start dropping on the futures, I'm like, fuck. It's gonna pull back hard because we did a crazy run. I seen it last night start to, my moving averages was telling me, let me show you. My moving averages right here. We start to consult. Once I seen us hit a top right here, 1, 2, 3, 4 resistance. We dropped. My moving averages went sideways. That's automatically gonna get my attention right there when we go sideways.
Hey, peace, bro. The chart ain't up there.
Oh, thank you, bro. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate you, bro. All right, boom. You can see it now.
Yeah.
All right, boom. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 candles, resistance right there. So that right there is already, that's the first alert in my head. Let me grab that. Boom. I already seen this one. Well, this candle right here, this is like the warning shot. and then we were supposed to break down, but buyers were still here, so they was just fighting the support and resistance area. So I just let them. So you just let them go, and then the rejection. Then look at our moving average. They start to go sideways right here, and then my 10 even crossed down my 20. When my 10 crossed down the 20, that's the start of the pullback or whatever. So it crossed down to 20 because when your lower moving average cross below your higher moving average, that's a bearish indicator, and vice versa. When your lower moving average cross above your higher moving average, that's a bullish indication. So it crossed down right there, boom. Now we just bounced off of, you wouldn't really call it support, just a quick retest right here. And then we go up to the structure around the area where those 4 candles were rejecting. I'll just put it on the body of the candle. And if we go above that, which we did, if we go above that, which we did, like if we close below that line, that's a sign right there that we're gonna drop. I ain't gonna lie, that damn, that X thing was so deep that it still like hit me. Shit. So we reject that resistance, and then this candle right here, this big red candle, is right there. That's when it closed like that. That's a bearish right there. That candle right there, that's a bearish candle, right? Anytime you see that, have like 2 other confirmations for puts, and then the big engulfing candle came in, and then we fell. So now where we're at, oh, let me zoom out so you can see. Candles bounce off of candles. So right here is where I would think the first bounce will be. So this would be an area. I'm gonna show y'all how I think about it. Actually, this wouldn't be. It'll be lower because I see the structure right here. Because I want the most touches. I got this area right here plus this area now. So I'll bring it over. I'll bring it over there. So we reject the resistance, reject, broke up, came down, retested. Now we're back here. So this was the area where I thought we would bounce when we came down here. We did. We had a failed bounce. So we rejected the 5-day moving average. We've been fighting for this. This was rising up. So that's never a good sign when you break below the 5-day moving average. But this is the retest, and we're holding here. I'm going to explain more. So the 5-day isn't aggressive yet, but these we gotta move up because these are in the lower time frame. My other moving averages like my 20 and my 10, they're aggressive right now, but we're still in the lower time frame. So, and then this is our VWAP. Look how we bounced off of it. So this is, I like that. I believe this is the bounce to this wick right here. It's a nice wick. No. This wick right here is a nice wick. And then this second wick right here is telling me that buyers are stepping in. We bounced right off the VWAP. So now let's see what buyers do. We need to break the structure, which is our white line, because the reason why it's structured, because it was resistance once. Boom, boom, boom. Resistance. It was real resistance. We kept rejecting that, and then we broke above it. So then it became like a, what would you say? I wouldn't say support, but you get the point. And now we're below it. Will it become resistance again? So that, and now we're gonna look at our moving averages to tell us on this lower time frame though, it looks like we're gonna reject, but I could tell on the higher one is not as aggressive because this moving average is starting to curl. Let's see, the 30 is my favorite one. The 30 looks nasty. The hourly. This is a perfect test of structure right here. Perfect. We got the 100-day on the hourly. The 100-day is the blue line. We got the 200-day. That's the red line. We got an VWAP right here. This should be support. This should be support. We should bounce here. I don't know how strong the sellers is, but if we have to bounce here like now, like how much time we got on this? 26 minutes. So this candle's still open that I'm looking at currently, and there's 26 minutes left on it. We need this to be a bullish hammer because this should be support. We have to break that white line. Let me see the 4-hour. The 20-day on the 4-hour, 5, 9, 2, 3. We don't look that good right now. We got an inverse head and shoulders. We need it to hold here. Let me see. No, 5887. 5887 is the area that should hold on. We're looking at futures. The thing is 5887 is like that's where like that negative gamma, that's where sellers is gonna come in. But we have an inverse. My 10-day on the 4-hour don't look good. Don't look good. That's the green one. It's starting to decline down. The 5-day is the orange one. My yellow is my 20, and it looks weak. Damn. It looks like we're gonna go down to I don't want to speak it into existence. But well, we got time. We got a lot of time. It don't look good though, so far. It's like we're like right there. Like right now, we have to bounce. If we don't bounce here, it's gonna be it's probably gonna be a bloody day, yo. And we gonna have to take a L. But let's see. We're still holding though, so it ain't no L's until we take it.
Thanks.
So let's see the bounce back. Cause we definitely got time to blow through those moving averages. It's just gonna be a boring day. It's gonna be right now. If we go up, which we still can, I believe we go up because there's 200 right here and 100 is starting to rise up, and this is the higher time frame. It's the 1 hour. The 4-hour didn't start yet. It's just telling me that sellers is starting to win. So basically, if we go up, it's going to be a slow grind up. So you'll see like this candle right here close like this. We'll get bullish. Another candle will come, reject the 5-day. We'll probably keep rejecting the 5-day. Keep rejecting the 5-day until our 10 starts to go sideways. Because once it goes sideways, it'll come lower and lower, just going sideways. We'll keep rejecting. We just need to move the moving average to get less aggressive. It'll start flattening out. When it flattens out, the candles they have a chance to start pushing it up. Then the moving average will go up. Now the candles push it up. They get through the door and push up. It's going to be a slow grind, and then to end the day, with buyers stepping into futures. That's what I think is going to happen. And if it don't, and I'm not gonna swing no puts, but I might jump in that water though, depending. So let's see. Let's check the news. Like, all right, so it closed on the 30-minute like that. That's it. Looked like we're gonna bounce. It's just that 10-day. It's just aggressive right now. My green one, and it crossed down my 5. I don't want it to cross down 100.
Hey, B, I got a question when you got a minute.
What's up, bro?
Can you explain after hours trading? Is that like overseas companies? How does that work?
The futures. That's
Yeah,
just
just anything after hours.
so after hours. So like 6 to 7 is futures where you could trade like the S&P 500. If you're talking about the smaller, like the stocks, the individuals, you can't trade those until I mean Robinhood, they have 24-hour trading, but it's only certain stocks that you could trade. Like most of the stocks going to be 4 o'clock and then it's done. 4:10 for like I believe SPY, 4:10 like I forgot which ones exactly, but your ETFs I believe is till like 4:10. Um, the individuals you can't trade after 4. So futures you're trading indexes like kind of like how forex is when you're trading currencies and stuff like that. That's the overall economy that you're kind of trading versus the market. So
Yeah,
it's kind of in a way.
yeah, you could trade was it from 4 to 8 in extended hours if you got it selected in your with your broker.
Is that
Individuals and
Robinhood?
no, that's E-Trade. I can trade extended hours, so after 4, you can keep trading,
Okay.
but it's less volume, so I mean, it just depends. So
Yeah, you're gonna get killed.
yeah, you could it can go the opposite way. It can save you too if it's pre-market. So I've been in a couple trades myself where it shot up and I was like, ooh, data ain't looking right. So I sold it. This is years ago. Got
Mm-hmm.
out, tanked when the market opened. So, you know,
Mm.
extended hours can save you or it can hurt you. So
Yeah,
gotta be
that's
careful.
I thought you needed a certain amount of money for after hours to trade in your account. No,
Say that again.
I thought if you're going to trade after hours, I thought you had to have a certain amount in your account.
No, it's just
No.
it's called extended hours. That's all it is. It's just extended hours.
Okay.
That's why you see the stocks. They report earnings, they spike up in there because I mean you can trade them, but you can't do options or nothing like that. Like AP said, you can't do. I think it's like SPY and some other ones you can do for a limited time. I don't know. Somebody posted it in the chat though.
yeah,
Okay, got it.
yeah. Nobody do that. But for real, like that extended hours, that's if you want to still trade like after 4 o'clock, do forex. Don't do stocks. Stocks move off of volume. Like so nobody's in the market after 4. Like no big money is in the market. The smart investors, that's all gamblers in the market at that time. You don't want to trade that time. You're gonna get that addiction. Um Walaikum salam.
Hey, Ab, I'll
Uh
add one more thing to that too. When we look at standard hours, it's usually U.S. trading hours, but some stocks trade on other exchanges. So, like
mhm,
you have London, you have Asia,
mhm.
that can affect the pre-market or post-market too.
That's a fact.
Especially with futures where they're trading almost 24 hours a day.
Mhm.
And so sometimes when we're looking at a stock, we're just looking at the US hours and we forget that those stocks may trade across the globe. And that can certainly impact, pre market, post market, things like that.
Thank you. Thank you. That's a fact though. You're definitely right. Um Jelly. Your shout out. Yeah. I was reading the chat as like I happened to look at it as Taliesha was talking. You shout out.
That's hilarious.
Shout out. Blessings to everybody. Um all right. Boom boom. Okay. Let's see what we're doing. All right. Um boom boom. We just gotta wait. Let me anchor my candle. I didn't anchor my candle. That's a nasty candle right there. Look at that rejection. Damn. 6,008. Shit. It's nasty. I gotta look. I know that was I seen housing was basically there was way more sellers than buyers. Macro, that macro, damn. I didn't think it was gonna come till tomorrow. Um
PCE data in the morning too,
that's
5:30.
that's why I didn't think it was gonna come till tomorrow, because that's probably gonna be
Yeah, that's
it's
gonna be
prob-
wild.
yeah, it's probably gonna be hot, but if we could recover, even when PCE will drop back down, as long as we don't get by that 5,878 area. So the further we are away from that, the better. Because the market is bullish. It want to see all-time highs. But we're getting this negative news. It's just going to make a choppy environment. But let's see if sellers step in though, because they could very well step in like last minute, right when we think that the buyers are winning. So that's one of the things when we was in puts and I was aiming for 540. I had a whole bunch of missed signals, and then I was thinking like when before the puts, I was thinking when we was running, one of the things was everybody's bullish, everybody's saying all-time highs, so we're not going to hit all-time highs. It's just when do we reject? So that's when the chart comes out, and I have to find when we reject, and then we reject and we pull back. But 540 was my area because the 50% it was a healthy pullback, and there was other things. Moving averages was telling me we bounced off of that. Was more so Vincent with the India deal. When he said that Thursday, Friday, we went back up. And now I believe all-time high is coming. But if we get rejected, that's gonna be a mean bull trap. But I think we bounce back. I think we see all-time high. As long as, because I don't think Trump's negative right now. As long as Trump is leaning bullish, which him and his Trump, the administration, all of them are kind of bullish. Like I seen this morning they were speaking as well. Um so the daily we have 5925. All right, let me anchor this candle. We're far from the AVWAP. Below the AVWAP, sellers are in control. Above the AVWAP, buyers are in control. The AVWAP is right here. The one that I just did is sloping down. Look at the AVWAP is acting like how my moving averages act. That's nasty. Mm, I'm just thinking that we get less aggressive here and we start bouncing and consolidating. So it's not going to be much unless we seller stepping. Then yeah, it's going to get nasty. All right, let's see. Financial. The Fed is cooling it off as well. Fed goals be if tariffs are avoided by a deal or otherwise, we could return to a situation where rates can come down. 67 out of 100. Read. This is bullish. India is well on track in trade discussions with the U.S. Canada is still talking, but the market don't really care. Welcome to every time Canada come out with shit, it don't really do nothing to the market. Bearish. Woman size. There's a lot of news. Could you mute yourself? The news put me to sleep. I don't like listening to it. Why did that QW? All right. Let me see something real quick. All right. Just a second. Y'all can ask me something while I'm looking.
I can tell you, the market ready to run though.
Yeah.
I mean, by the way, futures was last night.
Yeah.
It's ready to explode, but it's ready. It needs to be uncorked.
Yeah. This right now, based off the chart, 5,900 is support because the 100 is the 5,902. My 200 is at 5,911, and the AVWAP 5,908 where we bounced. It's just that 5,950. Remember, that's where the crazy part is. That's like if you look at gamma, that's the battleground. So 5,950. It just so happens my 5-day moving average is at the exact spot. So that's right. That right there is where we have to get back above. And if we hold this level 5,900, if we stay above 5,900, we could do whatever we want. Happens today. Tomorrow, if we still here and still holding this level, we're gonna rip faces off. Everybody that's in put is gonna get smoked. Because this is structure and it's holding, it's consolidating liquidity. Now is it gonna be snatched down or up? That's our job to find it. So we look. Let's see what Nvidia is doing. Nvidia gonna move the market.
Hey, what's going on, man?
What's up, bro?
I just want to know what you mean by AVWAP. If you can explain that whenever you get a chance, appreciate it.
Okay. So this is my anchor VWAP. Let's see if I can find a video on it. That's good, because I do talk about it. So that's good. You said something. Let me see. This is the person that created the AVWAP. Brian Shannon, the 5-day moving average. I got that from him. Definitely watch him. He got a YouTube channel.
The analysis of the VWAP or the anchored VWAP is 100% objective. It tells us a simple thing: who's in control from a certain start point. VWAP for the day, anchor from whatever the event might be. So we know with 100% certainty from the beginning of that measurement whether the buyers or sellers are in control. The analysis of the VWAP or the anchored VWAP is 100% objective. It tells us a simple thing: who's in control from a certain start point. VWAP for the day, anchor from whatever the event might be. So we know with
Simple. Does that explain?
Yeah, thank you, man.
You're welcome, bro. And good. That was a good question because I do talk about it a lot. It's very simple. It's just telling us who's in control, buyers or sellers, buyers or sellers. Look, boom. Watch this, y'all. We're going. The video is not doing nothing. That's good. As long as you're not doing nothing, that's good. But we bouncing back. We at 5.930. About 5.930. We just got smacked back down, just about 25. So I like this. And we got 5 minutes on here. We just needed to hold. Remember, structure. Candles in itself is structure because it's data still at the end of the day. So on the hourly, what I like to do is 50% of this candle, like halfway, including the wick from the bottom, the wick to the top. So if you just was to say what 50% is.
Can't see your screen.
Oh, all right. Thank you. Let me place this right there. All right.
Can you show that setup again? Because we can't see the screen, please.
I got you. All right, so this candle right here, I was looking at. I'm just looking. So exactly what I said about the structure, the candle has a structure too. So I try to put it like 50% of the candle. And then, because that's the retest of the candle in itself. Because if you go down to the lower time frames, if you go down to the lower time frame, you'll see the structure, the retest of that structure. So it'll be this line, this white horizontal line is what I did on the hourly. That's about 50% of that candle itself. And we're approaching it now. So that's just something I do in the lower time frame. So what's going to happen is, and if you've been really studying on some sniper stuff, you recognize a pattern here. As soon as I zoomed out 15 seconds ago, that could potentially happen. Do anybody see a pattern here?
That look like a rising wedge.
No.
I would say a flag, a reversing flag.
No.
Okay.
It's actually two patterns on here.
Is that a cup and handle starting to form?
Correct. Yeah. Who was that?
Nick.
Word, Nick. Cup and handle.
Cup handle. Okay.
Yeah, so boom.
Kudos to you, man. I'm just watching you on the Patreon, man.
Word. That's good, bro. You got it. Left handle, the body, and the right handle form somewhere here. You see the AVWAP is starting to act like a cup right here. We gotta get back above the 5-day, and then you'll see the moving averages start to come, and then they'll carry price up. We need this handle right here, so we gotta get above this trend line that I got diagonally. Or it could be an inverse head and shoulders. The inverse head and shoulders, and I'm gonna show because this the most that I have on here is 89 people. I think the most last time was like 60 something. So so this is an inverse cup handle. I mean inverse head and shoulders. That's the left shoulder. This is the head right here. The head right here. And now where the shoulder either be here or the shoulder will be here. And what we want is in both scenarios, inverse cup and handle or the inverse head and shoulders. We want boom, reject our diagonal, trend line, come down, test the structure, make sure resistance became support, then go up. Or it'll be because right here, our moving average, you see this green one right here? Whenever your moving average is like that, pay attention to the details of your moving average. It's a cup, like it's cupping it, it's holding it. Whenever it's like that, you're not breaking down. You're not breaking through that. So we don't have to worry about this. We know support is here. Support's here, and now we just need to do our thing. So on the 5-minute, we just broke above our 20-day. That right there is telling me from a lower time frame that we're becoming bullish. So now we need to confirm it on the higher time frames. We're fighting our 10-day 5936. The way that it's going right now, we're not going to get past it. But now you just see we dropped lower because it closed. We'll probably reject here and just keep testing it until it gets less aggressive and flattens out. So that's what we'll be looking for. But on this scenario, it'll be we'll break through structure, break through that. That'll be crazy. Reject the 5-day. 5-day probably be here. Come back down our trend line and then go up. So either one of those moves. So let me show you. I didn't look at my contracts yet. I have posted this risky play in the YouTube. Very much a risky play. This expires tomorrow. So this, let's see where it's at. I know I'm probably getting smoked on that shit. Oh, something light. I'm only down. It was 12%. Now I'm down 16%. Yeah. So yeah, that ain't shit. All right.
Hey, Ab, you mind if I ask you a question?
What's up, bro?
I'm looking at SPY on the 5-minute. Does it look like that handle starting to form on the on that cup and handle?
So all right. So if we consolidate right here, this is more so going to be the inverse head and shoulders. But yeah, it could still be. Nah, the cup has to. So when the cup close, it'll be up here, the 5-day, because the base is your cup. So you see the left handle here, we kept rejecting. So where's the base at? The most candles where it's flat, we reject right here. We got 3 candles right here. So I'm gonna take this right here as the base for the cup and handle. There is no inverse cup and handle. There is no inverse head and shoulders until you break above this line, your base. That's when you confirm it. When it's like this, it's just all potential. This could be setting up for a lower high, and we could reject and drop back down. So you don't never say that the pattern is what it is until it's confirmed, because you might get into play just based off of that, and then it breaks down on you.
Appreciate it.
So, well, appreciate you for that question.
Hey,
So,
I got a question about futures right quick. What's the difference like looking at this chart right here and looking at futures? Yeah, I mean, like the SPY, the regular SPY.
so this is overall the S&P 500. This the overall, like, because SPX is the index. This is just a bigger dog.
Okay.
So then SPX is the index, but they're all following the S&P 500. Their futures is doing the move before we see the move. Basically,
Okay.
it's future.
Okay.
It's in the future. The index is gonna follow the move, and then SPY is following the index, because SPY is the ETF. It's just like the younger one following the mid brother, then the big brother. It's
Right.
just they're following each other. So it's S&P 5, so they're all under each other. It's like the Nasdaq. Then we got the NQ futures. Then we got so this is NQ futures, and the NQ, like right now, NQ is like leading. Like it's gonna. Right, it's the same. It's kind of the same spot, but before it was dropping before the S&P 500. It was dropping that. It was more fragile, I should say. So this would be the futures for the Nasdaq. Then there's Nasdaq, and then there's QQQ, because that's the ETF. So yeah, they're telling us to move before it happens, and then yeah, so you can see on here it looks like a nice cup and handle potentially. And then our moving average, we're waiting for our 10 to cross above our 20. My SPY. My moving averages is sideways, so we'll consolidate here. I don't like how that 20 is. It's aggressive, like sloping down. We'll reject that if we touch that right now. So we just need to consolidate here. We're just fighting that 590 area. That's why I like to see though. Consolidation is better than just dropping. And this our 200 right here, rising up. 590, contract 603. So today I want to see. I would like to see 593 at least today. 593 to 596 on SPY. We have 589.70. Oh, NVIDIA. So NVIDIA, nice gap up, is showing support right here at that 120. I mean 140, 23 level that I have in my chart. We need to break this blue line, 142.25. If we could break above 142.25, let me see where the VWAP is. We're below it. I think we're right below it. Oh, okay. We're above it. That's good. That's good. Well, above 142.25. Where we at? That's okay. Daily. Above that, I see resistance already. My candles, I see a bunch of candlesticks rejection. So I'm going to put a resistance in between this 153 area. And I want the most touches. So we'll probably reject. Well, hopefully not. We can reject here at 147.35 would be the first target for NVIDIA. 145.80. That, and then this top 140, 148.87. So we rejected that, boom, boom. Then this one rejected off of there and over there. So NVIDIA, as you can see on the daily, it ain't doing really nothing. Just consolidating. Let's check Apple. This is Apple's interesting. Apple's at 200. Oh, wow. Wow. I seen that last week. I said Apple won't go to 200, but I didn't play it. And it only took, because I said it when we was down here. So it took 3 days. Oh no, it took 2 days. No. Oh, it took 1 day. Okay. So Apple went up to our moving average on. So the videos that I'll be posting, I show Apple on one of them, and I believe it has to get above. I believe I said 209 or 207 was the first area. Right now we have to hold the 5-day moving average. 200 is the level to hold. If we don't hold 200, though, we'll bounce off 198.42 that VWAP, because look how this pointed. If we slice right through that, then we need to worry, because we're going right back down to 193. 5-day, it should hold, but it could break through, bounce off of our VWAP at 198. The level to get above right now is 204.50. Yeah, so we want to see Apple at least try to get to 204.50. Then we got 206, then we got 207.90, then we got 209, and then we can see that 215 to 216 area on Apple. 216.50 would be the target. What's Tesla doing? See, one thing to not do. See, I'm cool with it. Like I do it, but I rarely do it. I just did it now, and I was like, I should tell y'all like about it. Is don't constantly like look at your P&L, like, because I had mine's open, so I looked down and I seen it went to down 29%. Now I just went down to 25%. So you don't want to look at your P&L, because then you'll start panicking and want to get out the trade and stuff like that. So I'm gonna close that thing up. SPY's back above 590. Yeah, and it looked like it's running low. So Tesla is above. See, on the video, if you watch my video, called this. The target was 360. And I believe I did it in 2 videos or 3 videos. Let me see. I'll be able to say. So I believe it was in this video. I believe I might have said it in here. I'm not sure, but it was in this video. It was in this video, and it was in this video. The last video 2 days ago, we said Tesla target was 360. And so now it's trying to see if resistance is support. My 5-day moving average is telling me that it's going to come back down to retest. My 10-day moving average, which is green, my 5 days, the orange one, they want to slope over like that hill that I was showing y'all. They want to slope over. They want to do this, and when they do that, this is called a decline in moving average. When it declines, the price going to decline with it. So right here, if we just keep doing this, that moving, while the candles keep going sideways, these moving averages have more chance to slope over. So on Tesla right now, though, if it holds 362.43, the next level is 383 on Tesla. And you see Tesla though. Just one child to know, son. I just zoomed out. Let's see. Matter of fact, let's see who knows. Oh, that's gonna give it away. All right, what pattern is possibly forming on Tesla? Do anybody know? You could just say it out loud. The pattern is over here.
Is the head and shoulders?
Yes, sir. Word. Nick again?
No, Zach. Mr. Isom.
Oh, all right, Isom. All right, what's up, bro? What's up? That is a head and shoulders. So let me show y'all the head. So the more you look at it, you study it, the more you train your eye, the easier it is to spot. This is the shoulder. This is the head. The right shoulder will be in our area over here. And the head and shoulders, class is in session. But head and shoulders, I'll see if I can find a video on it. This is what I use X for. Like X is, if you use it the right way, it's like you get all the information you need. Matter of fact, let me just go to YouTube. And then we're gonna look at the cup and handle too. That's probably my favorite pattern now. It used to be the bull flag and the bear flag. Yeah, we're gonna look at this. We're gonna look at that. Okay. I'm about to share my screen with sound.
Would you buy or sell? 5 seconds for you to decide. All right, let's conduct a quick analysis together. First, we can identify the major supply and demand zones. This will tell us where sellers and buyers are. Next, we can try to identify any obvious price pattern or structure. By looking at the chart, we can notice the head and shoulders pattern. Well, it's never perfectly shaped, so sometimes it's not that easy to spot. Before validating any head and shoulder structure, it's important to assess whether the price action supports the formation. For instance, expect strong bearish candlestick patterns at the swing highs, including the bearish engulfing pattern and inverted hammers. Additionally, look for bullish patterns such as 3 white soldiers at the swing lows. Now, we need to place a pending sell order a few pips below the 2 swing lows. This would give us an extra confirmation. Well, that's a winner. Like and subscribe for more challenges.
Hey, you up? You up?
I was saying on that first video, I was looking at it like, where is the Head and Shoulders? I couldn't even see it. What you
Facts.
saying? Oh yeah, I was looking at it and
I
like, what
was
that?
like, damn.
Shit, I'm like, damn. All right, let's see. Yeah, Spy is doing this. Well, no, that's futures. Let's see, Spy. Futures is just we're just consolidating. We're ranging up and down. Oh, cup and handle. Let me show y'all cup and handle, and then I'm gonna show y'all both. Like we just gonna go through all of it, the main ones. Actually, I want to show y'all something real quick. Damn, we just slipped off of it. I remember we marked 50% of the candle because I was telling y'all candles have the structure in themselves. We bounced off of that 50% with this green candle. Now we're breaking below. This is a sandwich. My sandwich patterns that I love. So if this closed below the body of, so if we close under 592425, that's a bearish indication. That 200 right there will be tested at 5903. We don't want to see that because that's where the 100-day is on the hourly. So that area has to hold. But we'll probably get, yeah, exactly. We'll probably get a pop right there, bounce, and get back above the white line. It's gonna be a fight right here. So let's see. Cheddar Flow just posted. Let's see. I'll just search it. Ooh, I did not see this. NVIDIA CEO Jensen hang to sell up to 6 million shares under trading plan. This right here, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. More long dated bets trickling in. So now the big money. Damn, son, he's still. Did y'all see? All right. So look, this well right here has a contract for it. He put it on Tuesday. Like it was a big bet. I forgot how much. I'm gonna show y'all. But so it was he had NVIDIA 280 was the strike price, and the date was October 28th of this year. He's adding more. September 19th, 280. Half a mil. And then someone, what is it? What the fuck? 566. Oh shit, I'm tripping. Yeah, I'm tripping. This will be the quantity. Yeah, I'm tripping for sure. I'm looking at that shit like, what? All right, let me show y'all the flow that I'm talking about. Damn, what's her name on Twitter? Let me see if I can find it in the video flow. There's a well that let me see if I can find it. So it was October 17th, 280 call, 307K worth. And then that was before earnings. That was Tuesday. And then I can't see. I forgot how. Let me see. All right, contract. Call. I know the video been having the most bullish flow lately. We gotta look at the days. I'm trying to show y'all the big money that I seen. That's February 5th. So that's big money right there. What day is this? No, this is May 13th. I'll find it. So they're adding to NVIDIA. So they're bullish on NVIDIA. Let's see. Let's see. All right, we bounced back up. So this is good. As long as we consolidate here, it's showing us support. These wicks right here is how you find the bottom. So they say you can't time a bottom, but if you wait for these closed candles, you just be patient. Wait. You just need that one candle that shows you that it's bullish, and pay attention to your moving averages. We just need to consolidate down here though, because that moving average is still aggressive. That green one. We just need to hold this level. This looks like. Let me see if I can find it. Let me show you another area. And this is how I find the bottoms too. My trend lines. Selling channel, trend line. So the selling channel you stay in, that's bullish. Tell me puts. That's what it tells me. And then I use my moving average. Look how the moving average is bouncing off of the top of my trend line of my buying channel. We broke down. Then I made a rectangle because I see we're gonna do it on the one now. I see support. Got a rectangle. The goal is to break out of the rectangle. We broke out. We used our trend line to stay. As long as we stay bouncing off of that, I'm loving it because liquidity has a high chance of getting snatched to the upside. And then we ran. That's what it looks like is happening right now. So this right here, our selling channel. Hold on, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I gotta put the heat on. It's cold. I'm over here shaking, man. I'm shaking like it's cold.
Can you bring the heater? Oh, I thought you was going upstairs.
I got you. He's hungry too.
Can you plug in this or give me this extension cord, the green one?
Here you go, Mom. You're welcome. Love you. All right, cool. It was cold as hell. All right, so boom. There's a lot of liquidity, y'all. Look at all this liquidity we got here. So we're going to bring out our rectangle. Where's my rectangle at? We're taking the base. So we already got it. We'll use our white line. It's the top of the rectangle. And we're going to find the support area. So to find the support area, I'm looking for multiple touches, and I want to see support. I want to see resistance. So this is it. So rejection right here, green candle to the left, all the way over here to the left, my mouse, the hand. Rejection there. Rejection is green candle. Bounce off of it. We hit the top of our channel. Support, we bounce. This green candle rejected. This green candle bounce. So this is our rectangle right here. We want to stay in this box if we do drop. Ooh, that rhymed. So we need, so now we're going to use our trend line to stay in. I'm going to have, so this is like algos. So it's going to get not confusing, but it can be. You'll take this low because you see how I ran it up top. Like over here, I used the wick. This is when you use the wicks. You'll take this low and you'll hit this wick right here, this green one. You want to see it stay under. I'm going to take the low again. I'm giving myself supports, and we're going to get that bottom wick. So these are like our stairs, and this is going to help us stay in. And then we got these two right here. We'll run these like this now, and I'm dragging them out so I don't got to keep moving them on the time frames. Now we don't need to draw no more. Now we just need our top. Candles bounce off candles. What could we reject? We could reject off the body of this candle. So this is when I'm in trades. I do all this. So the bottom of this candle we could reject, and look, this red one rejected it. So this is the first target for us to break above. And then we need to break out the rectangle. We'll go to our 5 minute because right now we see a whole bunch of lines messing with our eyes probably. And it looks clear. So now I want to pay attention to my moving averages. My 20, they're invalid, and mixed signals is invalid. They're invalidating each other. So my 20-day is declining, but remember I pay attention to my 10 a little more because it's telling me to move. That's really happening. But the 20-day is going to be my support. So we should bounce off the 20-day, but the way that it's declining down isn't good. I want it to rise up like my 10-day. So that means a pullback is coming. So we'll keep fighting this until that 20-day acts right and flip up. So we'll just drag our white line we got over here from half of that big engulfing candle. This right here, we did 50% of this candle. That's why we got the white line right there, because that's our support in this area. Because this engulfing candle engulfs all of this over here, this whole area. So that we use that structure, and look, woo, that shit, look at that. That thing was on a dime. Bounce right off of it. All right, so we need that 20-day to pop up though. That was impressive, I must say.
I got a question, AB.
What's up?
Ab. Any particular reason you use open candles versus closed?
Yeah, because it's just like the data is still loading while the candle is open, and it's like so that's one, and then two is I didn't lose until I lost. So if I go based off of an open candle, I get out the trade, then it pops up, I'm gonna be mad. All I had to do was just be patient for 10 more seconds or 1 more minute. So That's another reason why I use the closed candles. So we need to bounce right here. We got our supports. And see, that's why I was saying that 20-day. Now look at the 20-day, the yellow one is getting aggressive now. That's not good. As long as that 10 don't get aggressive with it, we're fine. We just don't want to see that 10 sloping down with it. If you look to my right, 5925.45, you want to see it going up like how it just went up 2 cents. You don't want to see it going down because price gonna go down with it. We need to see it went down now. We don't need that to get aggressive. The 20 days already aggressive, which is not good. Where we at? So then we zoom out. We don't panic. Go to our 15-minute. We're still in our rectangle. It's liquidity building. We'll keep going up, fighting that 10-day. The more you hit that 10-day, it's like the more you kick down, the more you kick at a door, you'll eventually kick it down. That's the same with the 10-day. We got to keep hitting it until it starts to go up. We hit it a few times. We just have to stay in our rectangle. We'll zoom out to see how these moving averages look on these bigger time frames. I really want to see the hourly. My green crossed down my yellow, which isn't good, but my green has time. The price is far from the moving average, so we'll likely retest it. We just need it to be less aggressive up here, and we don't need to see this. Buyers need to step in now. It's 25 minutes on this hourly though. We broke through that. But so this is gonna be, so we're on the 30-minute. We're gonna use this as an example on why we don't want to get on why we wait for closed candles. We're gonna use this as an example. This is gonna be why we wait for closed candles. Because we might think it's done just because it's falling. There's a lot of red candles on this chart, but this could be just a pullback, simple retest. And this candle right here it all depends on this candle. So, yeah. $30-minute, we got how much time on it? It's 24 minutes on this, so we don't really gotta. I'll go to the 5-minute. Oh, matter of fact, we did Tesla, we did Apple. Let's see Amazon. It's a baby bunny. Scared the shit out of me. The fucking.
Boy, your microphone pick up everything.
Yeah. That shit startled you too. That shit, I was like, oh. All right, boom. Horizontal line. Distance. Okay. All right, so on Amazon, it's a lot of consolidation. That's an inverse head and shoulders right there on Amazon. The head is, it's a lot of so inverse head and shoulders, you'll notice bull flags. Cup and handles, you'll notice bull flags on the right handle. And on inverse head and shoulders, you'll notice bull flags on the right. I don't know if I said inverse. On inverse head and shoulders, on the right shoulder, you'll see a bull flag. On inverse cup and handles, on the right cup, you'll see a bull flag. So this is boom. This could be the inverse, or this could be a cup. This look like I would say either or. I would say either or. It's a cup, in my opinion, because I love cups. So boom, we'll make that into a cup, and this is our handle right here. And if you look, you got your pole, and then you got your flag. That's a bull flag. But now we about to see what a bull flag is. I gotta clear my chart. But yeah, because I was supposed to show y'all. I don't know how I got distracted. My mind be moving, boy. All right, we did the head and shoulders. Bull flag. Okay. I'm about to share my screen.
A bull flag is a continuation chart pattern that signals the market is likely to move higher. To identify a bull flag, look for a strong trending move higher. This means the range of the candles are more bullish than usual and they tend to close near the highs. This forms the pole of the pattern. After the strong move higher, the market needs to take a break. Here is where you can expect a potential bull flag to form as the market does a pullback. The pullback forms with lows and highs that are parallel to each other and should consist of smaller range candles as compared to the previous bullish move. The retracement should be lesser than 50% of the pole. The tighter the consolidation range, the more likely the market will break out higher. When price breaks above the top of the range, you can look for buying opportunities. Take a long entry above the high of the breakout candle or after a pullback to the level after breakout. Place the stop loss below the bottom of the range. Set the target equal to the length of the flag pole from the breakout point. A bull flag is a continuation chart pattern. The cup and handle pattern consists of two parts, the cup and the handle. The cup forms after a bearish advance, followed by a period of consolidation, after which the bulls take over from the bears gradually. It looks like a bowl or an object with a round bottom. Volume should decrease towards the middle of the pattern and rise again towards the end of it. The handle forms a trading range, in the form of a pennant or a flag pattern, on the right-hand side of the cup, and is associated with low volumes. The handle has to be smaller than the cup. It should not drop into the lower half of the cup, and it should stay in the upper third. The handle is the last bearish push, and when it fails, we expect the market to rise. Take a long entry when price breaks above the handle or above the resistance line. Volume should increase during breakout. Place the stop loss below the handle of the pattern. Set the target equal to the height of the cup from the bottom to the top of the cup. Cups that have longer and more U-shaped bottoms give a better signal. Avoid the cups with a sharp V-shaped bottom. The cup and handle pattern consists of two parts, the cup and the handle. The cup
Hey, Ab, can you show an example of that breakout? He was saying make it equal to the size of the cup. The breakout, how far it can go. How you measure that?
I wasn't paying attention to it, but you talking about how to measure the cup and handle?
No, he was saying the breakout, after it retest and then it break out.
No.
He
Yeah,
said,
so how to measure it from the body though of
oh,
the cup and handle.
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay, so you'll take the bottom of we'll say this is our cup right here. You want to take, this is an ugly looking one, but you need a round bottom. Let me see. On a round bottom, like we could take this. No, because I want to show you an even one. All right, so this is kind of it. All right, we'll just use this. So you'll take the bottom of it. So we'll say the most touches we need, the bottom of this. It's like I'll find the support area first. So this will be my support area because I'm looking at these candles right here. I'm looking for support and resistance in one area. So this candle bounce right here, this wick bounce right here, and then we reject it here. So, and then if we look to our right here, it's bouncing off this candle. So right here will be my support. I'll take my support, the bottom of, on a cup and handle though, you'll be able to measure literally the bottom. The candles will be like flush at the bottom, but sometimes they're ugly like this. So we'll take our support, we'll say, oh my God, what the all right, we'll take this and then we'll measure it up to the baseline, which would be about my green line, because this is where all the resistance is at. Of your handle, you look to the right. You see the right handle right here? All these candles rejecting this area. So I brought that white line so this is my base. We need to break above that, hold above that in order to confirm this area. And we're right there today, actually. So if we confirm that on like the daily, if it was confirmed like that pattern is that, if we closed above it, we'll take our line, which is not moving for me, and we'll put it at the bottom, we'll put it on top of our base. So now it's telling me if this handle closed above here, this is where price will run to, up here. So that seems about right, because that's over here. You look to your left, that was the highs over here. So that makes sense. We'll have all-time new highs. Yeah, that'd be all-time new highs. I'm pretty sure. Let me zoom out. Yeah, that would be all-time highs on Amazon. And yeah, you can see it better on here. That's a handle.
Gotcha. Makes perfect sense now. I was always wondering how far could it go. I was never sure about that piece on the
Gotcha.
breakout.
That's a good that's definitely a good question. I'll be showing people that whenever I remember. But yeah, that's definitely, a lot of people use that as their setup. I use it as a confirmation of where we can go, along with other things. Like, what's his name? Aristotle. He uses it. The measurement. Okay, let me show y'all another video. Let me see. One sec. Let me see. Right? No. Okay.
Here's a mistake I see traders make all the time when using doji candles. A doji candle is a candlestick that has a very thin body and long wicks on each side. What a lot of traders will do is once they see a downtrend, then a green doji candle appears, they think that means an instant reversal will happen, so they enter here. The problem is, doji candles don't automatically mean that there's going to be a reversal. It's just a simple way of the market telling us it's uncertain of what it wants to do next. So a lot of the time, there will be a big move after a doji, but it's not always upwards. Don't just jump in a trade because you see a green doji candle. If you want to use a doji for an entry, simply just wait to see if the next candle will break the high of the doji for confirmation. Once it does, then enter the trade.
So those doji candles is like a neutral zone.
That's some game right there.
Or let me make sure I just start sharing my screen now because I always forget. Let's check where we at. What's futures doing? Amazon is pulling back. All right, let me.
I was about to say S&P down to 5880.
All right, let's see. I'm about to go to it. Amazon has to hold 204 and then break above 208.45, and then the target is $224.30. But watch out for 216 level. Let me check something real quick. I'm gonna go to SPX. Okay. Five-day. It's a 5-day moving average retest. 200-day. I'm looking at my moving averages right here on the 30-day. I mean on the 30-minute. They're aggressive. 4 hour. 4 hour. My 5-day is working in perfect harmony with my 10-day. They're rising up. We have to hold this 5870. Remember, so we're in that area where this is seller's world. This area right here. We gotta be very careful. Shit, that was a drop. God damn. That was a drop right there. I suppose. Let's see. You know, we cool. So right here we have to hold. Let's see. Welcome, 585. We back 585. Let's see how much I'm down on my contract now. Probably down 40%. Low. So on our 620 call, we're up 22%. I'm not selling it. I'm holding it. I ain't tripping about that. That what's it called? That the 603 contract. We have 586. I'm down 56% on that. You could cut it now. I'm not cutting it yet because we're still holding our 5-day moving average. But it's okay if you want to. I'm not cutting it. I'm thugging it out. I could afford to lose this. This contract was nothing. So yeah, I'm staying there. Down 56.25% on that. That 5-day needs to hold, and if it holds, that's good. We just need this to rise up. We are back above our 20-day. That's the target right now. 588. We need to get back above 588.20. 588.30 actually. We need to get back because that's the AVWAP over there too. Chilling. They shaking us out. It's cool. No emotions. Because if you prepare to lose that money, it's nothing. I take losses all the time. I take more losses than I take wins, but I keep my losses to a minimum. So they're small. Like on this account right here, I started at 500. It's at like 1,400 right now. And I only risked a few $25 contracts. Literally, they was $25. So I could afford that loss on that. So, but I'm just very careful. I'll just only grab like 3 or 4 of them, and then I'll still put a stop. I'm willing to lose the whole contract, but still the person I am, I'll still cut them and keep like 30% of it or something, depending on what I see on the charts. But right now I ain't cutting them. So I'll take those losses. But the thing is, when I hit y'all see like I posted, small risk, big reward. So I'll lose a lot. That's cool. So let's say I lose $10 5 times. That's $50 dollars that I lost. But when I hit for my $10, my contracts be like anywhere from like 60% to 1,000%. So if I hit 200% or something, I just more than tripled what I lost off of those 5 times. So that's why I don't be tripping off it. I could lose this. I really don't. But the goal is not to lose. But yeah, so we're cooling. We got a lot of things that's telling me. I just brought this trend line down right here. I use this trend line because this trend line was acting as support and resistance. Like we rejected up here plenty of times. We bounced off of it. And then if we look, we rejected here, then we bounced here. So what we do now? Do we bounce here? We got our 5-day right here, and then we got our 100-day right here. And this is the hourly. So we look okay on the hourly. Let's see what the 4 hours telling us. We don't care about the 30-minute, 15-minute, because we still. So look at the 5-day like a snake. That's how I look at it. It's starting to rise up, like the 10-day. So I'm positive on how we end the day. I feel like I'll just say it now. For today, I feel like we seen the bottom. If anything, the last 30 minutes, probably some bullshit will happen where we come because price likes to run the safety. It'll run to your AVWAP or your 5-day moving average towards the end of the day. So depending on where they're at, you'll see price run to it. So I don't think we drop below 585, 80. Nah. 585. I believe that's the level that I've been saying that I want us to hold to anyway. You seen what we did last night. We're gonna bounce back. It's nothing really. What we at 585? Because we did this the other day and we recovered nice. Like the market moves more after hours than let me see if I can find it then. Yeah, market moves more than after hours. I posted it a while ago, like the percentages. At the version. I can't find it, but the market moves more. Like futures move more. They have way bigger moves, so the market moves more than it does when the actual market is open. So most of the move happens when we're asleep and stuff. So yeah. This candle right here. If we close above this candle, if we close above 590, that'd be nice. We have the whole 585. I like how it looks right here. So I ain't really tripping off of it right now. Futures. We lost. Oh my God. We lost our that thing. That thing started dropping. Got the AVWAP down here. Let's zoom out to see we still have structure. So AVWAP right there. The damn futures trying to come down to the 5869 level. That's where we're trying to come. This will test the structure. This area right here, because this is a retest. Because you break above this green line right here, which was resistance for a minute, broke above it, retest, bounce. Stocks tend to retest 2 to 3 times, 3 times a lot of the time. Went out, retest, that's 2 times. Went out, tried to retest, popped up. Now will this be the retest? And then bounce. Yeah. 1210. Okay. Let me check the chat. I haven't checked the chat in a minute. Meta. Siobhan has 585.50 as the next level low. Let's see. I'm about to answer. I'm gonna go through the whole chat and starting with Meta, and I'll work my way up to the other stocks. So they said Siobhan said 585.50. You see how we bounced off the 5-day? 585.50. I'm trying to see. I like to see what other people see. Look how we got back above the 20. Panicking. 585.50. Yeah, I can see it. I would put at 585.20. But yeah, I can see it. Candles bounce off candles. 588.50 would be this candle. So I could definitely see it. I just like a little more safety, so I'll use it here because it's 2. I need 2 or 3. I need 2 to 3 candles for it to be support and resistance on the lower time frames, or even on every single time frame, unless it's the weekly. That's the only one where I use 1 candle. But yeah, this looks good so far. We holding. Oh, we back above 588. I just peep. We need our 10-day moving average. We need that. We need to break above that. Ooh, I know. I just started craving salad randomly. All right, we got an hour. I don't want to talk about stocks the whole time. Where my let me see. Yeah, we got an hour. I believe. Let me see. Word. Yes. I'm gonna just tell you. Yeah. All right, so yeah, we got an hour. I'm gonna get off at 1 o'clock. All right, so yeah, man, I want some salad. Give carve, stop calling. All right, let's check meta. Who eat healthy in here? I don't eat. I try to be so healthy now. My mind's a lot clearer. I'm gonna pull up meta as I talk. My mind's a lot clearer. I haven't ate meat in 3.5 years. I try to stay away from dairy. Sometimes I'm not as disciplined, and I'll have a little bit of cheese fries. Then I gotta detox, get that out. I love my herbs, my ashwagandha, and all of that stuff. I take herbs, sea moss. Try to stay away from the mucus, y'all. That's what gives us our diseases and our sickness. Our bodies, when we say we're sick, like we're really it's really our bodies healing itself. Like when we cough and stuff, when we sneeze, our body is just working. When you don't do those things, or you remove your sweat glands and stuff like that, you're hurting your body more. So when you have a sore throat and all that stuff, just look at it as your body's detoxing, even like cancer in a way. If we
Hey,
look,
Ab, what do you use the substitute of milk?
so almond milk, but almond milk is not that good because the ones in the store they're putting more water than the actual almond. So you just got to be careful. But
'Cause
almond,
I always try to break my fast with the smoothie, and I usually use milk, but I'm trying to find a different substitute.
I would put almond milk with some
Coconut milk is good.
milk.
I heard.
Well,
Yeah,
hey,
coconut milk and smoothies is good. You're right.
yeah, hey guys, y'all just this is T-Dub, man. So y'all just got to keep in mind, don't get caught up in the marketing hype. Everything that say almond milk, coconut milk, all of that stuff, you got to check your sugar content.
Yeah.
Or the
They are
processed stuff.
it's
Or
yeah. So look at the contents of what you're putting in your body because just because it says one thing, that doesn't mean what it is. And all these artificial colors, artificial flavors,
Yeah, the
you
dyes.
got to
That's why I'm
watch
trying
out
to
for
find
that.
a good substitute for milk because usually I use milk and
Well, let me give you this, bro. So
whole milk yogurt.
so think about it like this, Alex. What other species or mammal on this planet drinks another mammal's milk?
Yeah, facts.
Yeah,
So you
yeah,
got to think about it like that. We weren't made to drink cow milk. We weren't made. The only milk we were made to drink is that from a mother,
Breast milk.
a human.
breast
Right?
milk is the
Exactly.
best. Yeah,
Exactly.
Breast
So
milk.
we've been tricked into drinking milk. You get more. You talk
yeah,
what calcium and vitamin D. You get more calcium and vitamin D from green leafy vegetables than you do from
yeah.
milk.
We're meant to eat berries and veggies pretty much. We don't have
So
teeth for meat.
yeah, so when you think about it, you got to think through, what is your purpose? What are you trying to do? What are you trying to accomplish? If you're trying to get healthy, stay away from milk, stay away from dairy.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey,
That's uh,
fellas, AD.
We can still drink breast milk.
is that why you just called me, bro?
Hey, no, I didn't say that, AD.
Oh, all right,
Hey,
cool. All right, bet.
I didn't say, AD.
What about to say, bro?
I want to let everybody on the chat know that if you eat all botanical fruits, your body can heal itself from everything, and it'll remove all the mucus out of your body.
That's a fact.
All botanical fruits. So I want everybody to look up a list of botanical fruits, put that in your body, and that's what's going to heal your body. Every chance you get, go outside and let the sun kiss you and walk barefooted.
Yeah, ground.
You said
Pears and blueberries.
botanical?
Botanical
Is that
fruits.
with a P?
Botanical with a B. Botanical, like botanical gardens, botanical fruits.
Berries, y'all. Berries is really
pears
good.
too. Can't sleep on pears.
And stay away from beans.
Yeah.
When you look up botanical fruits, you're gonna find a whole list of vegetables that you think is vegetables. They're not vegetables, they're botanical, they're fruits. Botanical fruits. I'm down 243 pounds on botanical fruits.
He's definitely right though. We're well, like the melanin skin, we're sun children. We got to be in the forest and stuff. We need to be around because it's called nature deficiency. If we not like New York and stuff, like those places isn't really good for us. It's too much city, but it's built like that for a reason. They cut down the trees and put the buildings around to lower our frequencies and stuff. But long story short, grounding. Yeah, I grounded the other day, and I took a picture of it. I had a butterfly land on my legs. So like be in tune with the environment. Be very careful what you eat. I watch the dyes, like the red 40 and stuff. My kids they don't like going to the store with me because I'm the type of person like me and my wife. When we go to the store, this wifey, right? When we go to the store, we'll sit there, stand there, and grab something and read the damn ingredients, and they ain't gonna like that because anything with red 40s and stuff like that, the bio engine, the bio engineering and all that stuff, like yeah, we won't do none of that. We use like we're starting to get more into, and then the vegan stuff you have to be careful with as well because that's the soybean for men, that's not good for our testosterone. So we try to eat like lion's mane mushrooms and different type of mushrooms and stuff like that. But fruits,
Dates good too.
Beets is
beets
no
are good.
date.
Yeah, beets are good.
Dates.
Hey, this
dates are real good for you. Yeah,
hey
dates.
everybody, this is Devin. Hey, while you looking up information, if you don't know about this thing called the Yuka app, YUKA. YUKA. You look it up, labels, everything else. I heard you be saying you scanning your food, you scan the label that tells you about all the dyes. It gives it a ranking from 0 to 100. Three things.
YUKA.
YUKA. Look it up. It will change your life. I'm gonna tell you. It will change your life.
That app is the
He's
truth.
Right. He's right because
I
always
use
be
it. My wife's
scanning
not using
everything with that shit.
Yeah, I mean, you look. They've been tricking us for years, and the app reveals what's really in it. A lot of the stuff you think, oh, this is healthy, it's good. Honey Nut Cheerios has on the label, good for cholesterol. It's trash.
Bioengineering.
It's trash.
That's why I like JFK that he's banning all that shit.
Yeah,
for our kids.
It's been banned in other countries for years.
Yeah, Europe, Canada, and have different Fruit Loops and all that shit.
Yeah, you
They
got
give us anything though.
Thank me later. You got
Yo,
stay away from beans too. Stay away from beans too. No beans.
Any type of beans is good. Is bad.
All the beans are bad because what a bean is a plant, right? But it's an embryo of a plant. Babies don't like to be eaten, right? So what the bean does is put a whole bunch of poison and toxins in your body because it doesn't want to be eaten. So if you're gonna eat a bean, eat the bean sprout. Don't eat the beans. No navy beans, no kidney beans, none of that stuff.
Dang, I got a whole bunch of beans in the bag.
Hey, that's all right. Get rid of them. You know the day.
Get rid of them. Get rid of them. Donate them to somebody else.
He said, "Don't eat them."
Three things.
Give them away.
Yo, even one.
Not even black beans.
No black beans.
Nah, the lentil beans is good. Lentil beans.
Lentil beans is good. But lentil beans is a botanical fruit.
Right. It's more of a grain than right.
Three things you got to ask yourself when you're eating your food. Will God recognize what you're eating? Make sure you eat it in the closest format that it came from the earth. Because I know with the greens and stuff, you want to put the hog maws and everything else in there. But hey, that stuff is what's killing us. Eat it as close to how God created it. And then the final thing, don't make any food your God.
See, that's
the hardest. There should not be a food that you got to say, I got to have it. I got to have this monster drink. Gotta have this coffee. No, we don't gotta have nothing but health.
That's right.
Eat it.
That's right.
Eat it as what God recognizes what's on your plate. Eat as close to the format that it came from the earth. And then don't make any food your God. I know a lot of stuff. Well, it worked for Big Mama and them and everything else. Eat what Big Mama. Look. If you eat what Big Mama ate, you're gonna get what Big Mama had.
You're gonna get them swollen ankles.
That's good, Devon. That's good right there.
Some ankles that look like
real good.
That's
now you gotta remember though.
Hey, keep in mind that the bean was meant for protein. So where are we substituting our protein from?
So let me give you this, Devon. Let me give you this. I'm gonna give you this one. The strongest animals that ever walked the face of the earth eat what?
Plants.
Right.
Gorillas.
So you never seen a gorilla eat beans. You never seen a horse eat beans.
Or
everybody
meat.
eat grass.
Pears and kiwis
They all eat grass.
I mean, the lions eat meat though.
Yeah, but a lion is not the strongest animal.
But the bean is derived from a plant.
So you saying that 100 men can't take a gorilla?
No,
100 men can't take no gorilla.
Come on, bro.
You need like 5,000.
Everybody that's on the line, y'all need to go check what your blood type is. Your blood type could dictate what you can eat and what you can't eat.
That's good.
And that's true.
Health is our wealth.
O negative, and depending on what your blood type is, there's a book, Eat Right for Your Blood Type. And whatever your body can consume, it dictates it. So that's a lot of people bypass that, but it's very good for you.
Yo,
Very good.
I've been really in tune with this. I've been trying to, and I just learned like he was just saying, eat it at its purest form. Like we gotta, when we put in fire to these vegetables and stuff like that, we're killing all the nutritional value to it. And
Talk that talk.
Stuff
after
like
after God cook it, that's how you eat it.
yeah. So and this right here is so important. Could y'all see my screen?
Yeah, I can see it.
So the reason why, and it's important because this is the stock market, and I always say the stock market is based off of this. What your mind, it's a mind thing, and like your brain. So we have a brain in our stomach. So why wouldn't you be careful of what you eat? And what this brain in your stomach do is it's basically you know how like you could feel when something is about to happen, like that intuition and stuff like that. You got to be very
Right.
careful what you feed in your brain, because that it's literally a stomach in your brain. So when you're feeding it all of this the chemical stuff purposely put into the food, chicken is a whole nother thing, y'all. That's like that's a chicken is lab made.
That's the black man's curse right there, boy.
That's lab made. We got to stop eating that chicken. Now you can see what they're doing to the chicken. Now it's wake. A lot of people are starting to be like, okay, this is not how it's supposed to look. Like it's crazy what they're doing to our food. And so if you're wondering why your kids is hyper, your kids don't have ADHD. They just consume the red dye, or your kids
They
it's
have
not, your
plaque.
kid is not an angry person. It's just they're eating blood. Like you're eating a dead carcass. What do you think is going to happen to you? You're getting angry and you're short tempered and all that. Look at what you're eating. That meat, yo. That meat right there, and the red dye and all that. That's what. There's no such thing as ADHDs. Like your child's not supposed to sit in school all day. You go to Africa. I went to Africa like 5-6 times. The kids are standing up. They're not sitting in the seats for the whole 8 hours. What kid? They're trying to sit down your mind. So you sit down, trapping
Talk
you.
about
The whole
it.
thing that we just gotta pay attention to. But eating is, I think the worst thing for us is music, our eating habits, and our addiction to, like, we're materialistic. So our addiction to showing off, our addiction to drugs,
Not exercising.
to alcohol and stuff like that.
That's
So
the whole diet. That's what you just said, Amy. That's your whole diet.
yeah,
Your whole diet. Whatever you take in is your diet. It's not just what you eat, it's what you see and what you hear. That's your whole diet. You're absolutely right.
facts.
I heard this a long
And
time
you
ago.
gotta exercise.
I
You
heard this.
gotta exercise too,
Get
y'all.
that heart pumping, because the goal of the government is to get rid of all black and brown people. That's why you see more homosexuals. They don't want no family structure. They don't want any straight men or no straight women. The only way you can accumulate wealth generationally is you have the father structure at home. And they don't want that. And they've been doing that
That's
since the
every
70s.
family's goal.
Yo, check this out. I heard this. It said nothing's really hereditary as your eating habits. So when you go to the doctor, they always ask, like, do your grandparents have diabetes, and the yada yada yada. But
Right.
it's not that it comes in your DNA. Is that you carry forth the same eating habits, so you don't get the same results. So people don't understand that. They're like, oh well, my parents had diabetes, I'm gonna have that. And that's not how that works. Right? It's your eating habits. Right? They got
one more thing. Everything is
They
treatable.
eating that honey
We
ham.
just don't do the research to go see it, because we're trained. So I'm gonna break something down real quick. So it's dis-ease, not disease. That's a man. Dis-ease, because your body is
Talk about it.
ease is uncomfortable. So that's because you're harming your body. It's not a heart attack. You attacked your heart. So everything that everything that's happening to your body is just your body is just giving you the reaction of what you're doing to, like, so everything is treatable, but with plants, with herbs. That's how we wasn't eating meats and none of that. Fruits and stuff, the sun and all that stuff, it's enough to cure you. You just got to be patient and let your body go through the process. So the doctor, I'm saying this because we're literally programmed to listen to what the doctors say, but if we pay attention, like like other leaders, when we had our black community, we had our own doctors. Could you mute yourself?
I can't hear you. Hey,
Who is
Ab, I
that?
can't hear
Somebody
you,
got
bro.
to mute themselves if they got.
You can mute that.
Yeah, I'm about to mute it now. So we have our own. We had our own doctors and stuff for a reason, because when you go to the regular doctor, and it pisses me off because my grandfather, he listens to the doctor, whatever they say. Long story short, I just learned that anytime you go to the doctors, they're basing everything off of a Caucasian man around like 40 years old. Everything is based off of that. So even if you're a female, they're basing that off of that Caucasian man. So, and we're not, it's not no race thing or whatever. I love all types, but we are all built different. We're melanin, we're different from a Caucasian person. Our teeth size is, they could eat things that we can't eat. They could digest things that we can't digest. We have to learn that. So when we go to the doctors and stuff, they're not going to understand our bodies. We have to learn about our bodies. And you don't got to go to the doctors for everything, because a lot of these medicines and stuff, when you really look up these medicines and stuff like that, they have those diseases that you call it. It'll say on there like this can be you
Side
from
effects.
this. And this all because it comes from one man, the John D. Rockefeller. He was the world's richest man, but it really was Mansu. But he was the world's richest man. So in America, we'll just say. So he had a whole bunch of oil, you know. What he did was he diluted the medicine with oil. He cut most of the medicine with oil. So if you burn Tylenol, it turns into tar. It's like 90% oil. Most of these medicines that we're taking is oil. So that's why medicine, it's not getting to the root of the problem. It just cures it and then it comes back. But if you use herbs, it's getting to the actual problem.
Yeah, it gets real deep, bro. It's
it masks the symptoms. Western medicine masks the symptoms. It's not a cure.
Your body heals
they're paid
itself. No
to
medicine
treat the
heals it. The
symptoms,
body
not
heals itself. The
not
plants
cure the
help.
root of the problem.
Another thing, fasting is good as well.
Yes.
Yeah, because it gets all the
I'm
fasting.
fasting right now.
Fasting gets the
3 day
poisons out
fast,
of
you
your
get a
body.
whole new gut bacteria.
Poison out your
Get your
body.
own
Yeah.
immune system.
Yeah,
Mucus,
fasting gets
y'all,
the
is what.
poisons out.
Yes.
72-hour
Mucus
fast. I
is
do it twice a year, bro.
we have mucus in our body, but too much mucus isn't good for us. And everything like the dairy and stuff like that, it has mucus. It's a lot of stuff. Like if I would take like a glass of drink of milk, or as soon as I eat like pizza something, my body instantly feels it now, because I cut away all of that bad food. So now my body is acting how it's supposed to act. If I do it, it's going, like, I'm gonna be like, damn, why the fuck did I take? It's so much stuff that we not.
Your stomach get heavy.
Well, you got to think about it like this, everybody. If God created us in his image, we got to be doing those things that he put out there for us to do. We've gotten caught up in this system on this earth to do what everybody else does, and that's not how we were made. So if you want to know how you need to live and what you need to put in your body, you got to go back to the creator. You got to go back and look at what are the things that the Bible, that God says we should be putting in our bodies. That's how we get to the state that we're supposed to be. This world is made to us, and I hear Ab talk about the frequencies. We are a frequency. There's things that line up. There's different foods, and there's different clothing, and there's different things that you should be lining up with. Grounding yourself, that's real. Going outside and walk, touching the dirt with your bare foot, that's real. Right?
Talk about it.
So
Come
all
on,
of
man.
those things,
Chemicals
and we talked
the
about this
clothes too.
another video, but we are truly spiritual beings. And so if you're not on that wavelength to link up and say, these are what the things I need to listen to, the things I need to see, the things I need to eat, whatever you put in your body is consumption. Whatever you see, whatever you hear, those are, whatever you think about, that's consumption. You're taking it into your spirit. So we got to go and unlearn those things that we've been taught over time, eating like grandma and them, eating like mama and them. Those are things that we all learn to do, and it's just a behavior. Unless we go back and re-educate ourselves and reprogram ourselves to do better, we're gonna keep doing the same things. And so just like we got into this stock market and we started learning more and more, we start learning charting, we got to also buy books to learn how to reprogram ourselves. So it's not just about, okay, I want to get some money. What you going to do with that money when you get it? Right? How are you going to set up generational wealth if you dead at 50, 55? So it's about longevity. So whatever you can
We're
do
supposed
and
to
whatever you
live
need
in
to
like
do,
200.
hey, we can live as long as we taking care of our bodies. And part of
That's
that
why
is
they
diet.
say your body's your temple.
The big part of that is diet and exercise.
Right.
Yeah.
So guess
This
what?
all
I'm
about
gonna to piggyback up what he just said. Excuse me for cutting off y'all wisdom, but to piggyback for what he just said, if we were created in God's image and in His likeness, that means we're gods. So we have to walk around like gods. We're not the God, but we are gods. And just like you said, whatever you put in your, that's right. But we are gods as well. And those people know who we are. Just a lot of us don't know who we are. Our melanin is very powerful, and that frequency stuff is real. Also, the crystals and stuff that come out of the ground, that stuff is real. That's why you see a lot of people down south in Atlanta, they're doing really well because there's so much minerals down in Stone Mountain. It's so many minerals, and those people do really well down there because they have the sunlight. I'm in New York State. They have chemtrails that fly around here every day to keep people angry as hell. Along with the comfort food to keep people angry as hell. When Prince found out about it, next thing you know, Prince was dead. So we really can't be saying this stuff on their technology because we are technological people. Just like the young man was just saying to me about 5 minutes ago. I'm just so grateful, and I give gratitude to the Most High because He have us together right now on this live Zoom to talk about who we really are. That's what they're afraid of, and they're really afraid of us coming together. They're really afraid of us coming together.
We that's why I feel like we have to talk about it. Like I don't look at it in no other way. It's just like I say it because I'm supposed to say it. So we just got to be more in tune with ourselves. Like the grounding is real because it's a whole bunch of where energy, everything moves off of energy, nothing is stagnant. So when you are grounded, you don't have those shoes on, and the bottom of the shoes is the soles is the bottom of the shoe. That is a soul catcher. So that's preventing you from being in tune with the universe. Because when you're grounded, you're more in tune.
Wow.
Then the clothes that you're wearing, the fabric. Try to wear 100% cotton because when you're using polyester and all of that stuff, it actually blocks the frequency as well. Cotton, we can't be naked, but so cotton would be the closest thing, like real cotton. So we got to be careful with what we wear. And I do it too. That's one thing. I try to get more to cotton. It's hard, but that's why we got to start
Hard
making
to find 100% cotton
linen.
items. Like you would be surprised. Like if you try to go like linen, right? Cashmere, wool, that shit is so expensive, so expensive. But cotton is the closest thing. I just want to say two things though, because I feel like everyone else is sick of hearing me say this. Get your vitamin D. Like Ab is saying, yes, grounding, but you need the sun. And the
That's what you
sun,
need.
the melanin in your skin, like we're all different shades, right? Like I'm bright fucking white. So I can be out in the sun for 15 minutes and get all of the vitamin D at the solar noon, though. The solar noon is when you need to be outside to absorb those UV rays that actually convert into vitamin D. If you cannot be out in the sun at the solar noon, then get yourself a good vitamin D supplement, but you also need vitamin K to be able to process that vitamin D. So that's the sun. And then the other thing that like sometimes I'll say, stay hydrated. I'm not joking. Like stay hydrated, stay moisturized, but not just water. You need a good salt. Get yourself a good salt, Celtic sea salt, Mexican salt. There's like a Redmond's salt from Washington. Put some salt into your mouth, crunch it, then drink water. You need to replenish those minerals that you've been
I love
sweating
you,
out,
Jelly.
whatever
Oh my
you've been
God.
doing. So just those two things. If you can't do anything else this weekend, get yourself hydrated and get yourself some vitamin D.
Yes, and to go off of what she said, the
We
water.
love you, Kelly.
Yeah, thank you for that so much. So, but we don't even, so we could talk like, yeah, stay hydrated and stuff, right? But I do want you to know, like, also, since we talking about what to be careful what you drink, and only drink spring water. Don't drink alkaline because it says it's alkaline. It's not alkaline water.
Yep.
Don't drink smart water. It's not good for you. Drink spring water. And
Don't
then
drink Poland Spring
supposed to
either.
be
Poland Spring is acidic.
we're supposed to. Oh yeah. So if you go Yaki Awaken, they test like the water. It's like 3 waters that we could drink that doesn't have those chemicals in it. But we have to know that, like, I went on like a 3-week diet and it was nothing but just fruit, no water, nothing. We don't need water. H320 is from the plant. That's what we really need.
Watermelon with the
What you want to
seeds.
do,
Yep.
like
Cucumbers.
cucumbers and stuff like that. And then what you
Yep.
want to do is, since we are sun children, we eat with the sun, we drink with the sun. So you at 12 o'clock when the sun is coming up, that's when you break fast. It's not breakfast. You break fast, you starve yourself. You have to work and stuff for this food and stuff, like how our ancestors did. You don't just wake up and I'm hungry, let me eat. That's some, that's some big stuff. But so you don't need breakfast. You break fast at 12 o'clock because you're eating with the sun. And then when the sun is so you don't want to eat when the sun's down. You eat as the sun is coming down before it goes down. You don't
Even
want
at
to stare
Ramadan.
at the sun at see, that's different. We're not gonna get too deep in that, but you don't want to stare at the sun at 3:30. That's when the ray is the strongest. And then, like she said, like, you gotta know how long you can be in the sun. We're melanin skin, so we have a lot of melanin. We the most that we should be in the sun like straight is 3 hours, but we need at least 3 hours a day of sunlight. So if you're not getting that, you gotta start going outside and just walking and you
Well,
touch the grass
that's
for
why
real.
they blocking the
Touch a
sun
tree.
from us, though.
Yeah, and I'm like, if you
With the
depressed and
chemtrails.
stuff, it might
Hug a
sound
tree.
crazy, yo. I'm about to tell you, if you depressed and stuff, you got nature
Hug a
deficiency.
tree.
You're looking at gray buildings and stuff. Like, yes, hug a tree, like, or just like, I'll go in the backyard. I'm not gonna hug a tree. I ain't gonna lie to you, but I probably would, like, if I'm in the Poconos. Honestly, no, I probably would. But so you just go in the backyard and just surround yourself around flowers and stuff. Like, I love flowers now. I don't know what it is. I think because I became so much spiritual now. Like, when we plant our flowers and stuff, I look at like everything. Like, I look at it like as a body. Like, when it, like, your flower, you could tell that I planted that flower because it'll have like your energy. You're planting your energy into that flower and stuff. So you got to make sure that you're in a positive vibration when you're gardening and stuff like that, because your flowers and stuff, they're gonna tell you like your energy.
That's right. They'll talk to you. That's
Be
right.
be around green area and stuff. Like, but hug a tree for real though. If you're depressed, you can hug.
They send out them Latin flies, man. Them Latin flies be killing our plants, bro.
Yeah. Them shits was different. I
So I'm
got
gonna tell you one.
bunnies
I'm gonna tell you
over
one thing about not gonna kill your plants, right? If you get some sticks of copper and you get some wire to wrap around your plants where you put your plants at, none of those animals can affect it.
Copper. Copper is
None
so
of those insects can.
Copper
It's a
for
conductor.
grounding. That's
Why do
That's
grounding.
you
right.
think they're taking copper away? They're trying to take these pennies away now. Copper is so important to us, y'all. Copper used to be in we used to have, remember, we used to be able to have copper cups and stuff like that. Not
Right.
too much copper is good for us, but copper, like drinking out of a copper cup is really good for you. Like, drinking copper is so good. Like, there's
It's a
some.
conductor, just like
Yep.
silver, copper, and gold. And to
Yep.
piggyback on what you said, AB, about we need the sun, right? The only way to get to the Father is through what?
The sun.
The sun. So that's how it piggybacks back and forth. So we need the sun. We need the heavenly sun. We need the earthly sun in order for us to excel. And that's why everyone right now on this call is feeling very well, because the sun is present. They said when more than one is gathered in his name, he's present. That's why everyone's feeling good right now. That
You
higher
said it.
frequency.
Yeah, you said a thing right there, Chop. Say, man, I don't believe that anything is by coincidence. Yeah, we're here and all learning about the stock market, and appreciate Al for guiding us and with the charting. But this is not by coincidence. Everybody's not hearing this just because they happen to be on the call. This is a divine intervention.
That's right.
So, if you got this knowledge and you don't go take this knowledge and go do something with it, at least start studying for yourself and go deeper in those things that we've been taught and those things that we've been learned. We got to question everything.
That's right.
Question everything and do better. If we don't take an opportunity to do better for ourselves and do better for our families, the ones we say we love, then what's the purpose? right? And I know we talked about the red dyes and all that stuff. So I had to take a look at it, you know, when my kids were smaller and we buying all of these different snacks or chips. And even nowadays they got the Takis and the hot chips and all that stuff. Do we understand that those are poisons? And we are, and we are the ones, we are the parents that are working, bringing in the money and going to the grocery store. So you telling me I'm going to buy this thing to actively poison my kids, to actually poison my household, to actually poison the ones I say I love, just because it tastes good for a minute? We got to
It
really
tastes
get
good
deeper
ain't
on
good
this
for you
thing and
all the
start
time.
thinking through. We got to get deeper on this thing, start thinking through what our actions are actually causing. And as Ab talked about dis-ease, we are bringing that on ourselves.
That's right.
It's all our choices. We have the choice
Agreed.
to live or we have the choice to die. And if you going and
That's right.
buying these poisons and putting your money into it, you may say, Troy, it's a conspiracy theory if you want to, but you actually putting poison in your people. All you got to do is read the label and see what's in it. Some of this
That's
stuff,
right.
some of this stuff's supposed to be in car and
They're
a freeze. It's in
they're
your
so
food.
bold, like they're so bold, like that should make you angry. Like it's like they're telling us we're so ignorant that we're not going to sit down and read because
We
you know
don't read. Exactly.
the average person read at a third grade level. Once you stop learning in middle school when they force you and stuff like that, you stop wanting to read and you don't never go back to the average person reads at a third grade level. So they know we're not about to sit here and read the back of that label. And technology got our mind operating too fast. You got to really be in tune with yourself. You got to sit down. A lot of people cannot sit down and read a book for 30 minutes straight. They'll start especially like, and it's relaxing too. So if you're not used to it, you'll fall asleep. Like 10 minutes, 15 minutes into reading, you'll start getting drowsy and stuff because you're not used to sitting down.
Well, that's to your
God
point,
starts
Al. The reason we don't sit down is because we have all these chemicals in our bodies. We can't focus.
and the technology.
That's
That's
the
right.
problem. We got these screens in our face that's jacking
Diversion.
up our frequency, and phones and laptops and everything else. It messes with our frequency. So we are on a rampage with our minds and not staying focused on what we need to do and how we need to take care of ourselves. It's all an agenda.
Yo,
It sure
T-Dub.
is.
Yeah,
And
Ladies and gentlemen,
from different
also when you're
angles.
cooking, the oils that you cook with is important as well. You know what I mean? Stay away from those canola oils. All that stuff is poison for your
Avocado
body as
or
well.
coconut.
Exactly. Avocado,
The,
coconut,
the
olive
temp,
oil.
the
Make
temp,
sure
Hey,
make sure they are in dark bottles. Dark
yes.
bottle, not plastic, and keep it in a dark area too.
I'm gonna lay
Well,
something else
yo,
on
let's
y'all.
go, yo. I love this group, yo.
Can I ask
Yo,
you?
right?
Can I ask you something? Why you say keep it in a dark area?
Because light lowers the
The integrity of
right
what's in the bottle.
of the olive. Yeah, of
Gotcha.
olive.
Yeah,
That's why you
let
got
me lay something else on
Is
y'all.
that the
Ab
beef
talk.
It
tallow?
dilutes it
Beef
basically.
tallow?
Yeah.
not diluted, but it makes it rancid.
Okay. Okay.
It makes it rancid. Another thing too is like you want to make sure that it's cold pressed. And when you look at your olive oil in the back, it's from one. Make sure it's from one area, not multiple. It's not good because they mixing, and sometimes they mixing different oils in it. You want to make sure it's from one. When you look on the back of olive oil, it has to say from either one country like Italy, either California have
Oh, okay.
olives or whatever, but it just has to say California.
Yeah,
I
Okay.
need
and
to have 3
also
dates on it.
oregano oils, your black seed oils. You got to take these things daily, man.
Yeah, black seed oils.
Your olive oils need to have 3 dates. You need to have a production. You need to have a production date, right? Bottle
Correct.
date, and then expiration date.
Yeah, so
Olive oil expires
Ab,
within
you
a
talked
year.
about this earlier, about cooking your food, and that ruins, depending on how you cook it, it can ruin the potency of, the nutrients in your food. But another thing we have to go deeper on is the utensils or the pots and pans, that you use to cook your
Ooh.
foods are
Yeah.
very important.
Yeah.
You have all of this non-stick, pots and pans
Right.
stuff. Those are poisons that
Chemicals. Yep.
when it's heated,
Chemical.
when that stuff is heated up, it comes into your food, it comes into your body. So you have to think
Right.
about, that's why back in the day we had cast iron, we had
Yeah,
cast
yeah.
iron pots and pans, you have stainless steel pots and pans, but those pots and pans, the copper pots and pans are good, but the things with that non-stick material on it, that comes off into your food, which goes into your body. So you have to think
Yeah,
about those things also.
Don't buy any Teflon pots. Don't buy any Teflon pots.
And for those that trying to transition to olive oil, it is very expensive. I'm an advocate olive oil buyer, so I'm willing to absorb that cost. But hey, like they said, it's good. Keep it in a dark bottle, keep it in a dark place, and just buy it, man. That's part of one of my
Yeah, Chop, you gonna pay for it up front, or you gonna pay for it on the back end?
Them aluminum pans too is no good. Them aluminum pans, they no good, man.
No, yeah.
Yeah, that's not
And also what you guys said about that we're frequency, that's 100% right. And I feel like like all the stuff that you guys are saying is right with the air and the foods and pans. They're trying to get us from every angle, but there's a newer technology out now that like all the newer generation, like the anything that goes like the AirPods and all these new technologies that are coming out, they're coming out with the technology that they can monitor your brain waves and also like in some type of way control you. Like it's another way of capping you, keeping you capped up so you don't elevate and like you guys said, like so you don't tap into that, you know, that you're a god, you know what I mean? And your full power. Like you can elevate, you can move water like Moses did. Like Nipsey Hussle, Ab, you said that song where he says something like Moses to when you realize you're a god. Like that Nipsey got to that level where he knew like his purpose. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know exactly what you like. The telekinesis and all that shit. That's really true. Like there's really gifted people that's really in tune with themselves.
But like the viral, what does he call it? The video games where you put on the goggles and you're like in the meta world, the metaverse
VR,
or whatever,
the virtual reality.
Virtual reality, these new headphones, anything that goes over your head or your shoulder is the new technology that they're using now to kind of control us, to keep us like dumb. You know what I mean? Like it's a newer wave because before
Low
they have to control us
vibrations.
through putting stuff in the air, putting stuff in our foods, programming us with the movies. Like it's really messed up. But like you said, they're getting us from all these angles, and now they have now they have a technology where they can actually control us. You know what I mean? That's why these brain chips and all these shit that they're coming up with. Eventually, they're gonna try to tap into not all the government, but there's this black project classified area of the government that is working with all these, like with the Rockefellers, the banks, Chase, and the oil and all these big people. They're working with the government because they're funding. They have like all these funds and treasuries that pretty much are paying off the U.S. debt. You know what I mean?
Now check this out. Check this out. What he just said, right? But that good book says, right? A fool and his money shall soon part, and the last should be first, and the first should be last. We've been last a very long time. Our change is about to come. Change is about to come, and we're going to benefit from the change. We have to remain humble, and you have to remain meek.
I do feel like
have to tell somebody else about God's grace and mercy being sufficient. It's about God and money, but He promises life and that much more abundantly. We're about to walk in the newness of life. You just can't take no old stuff with you.
Hey, Chop, you said a mouthful there, bro. So I'm gonna tell y'all. If
That's
y'all
crazy. I be listening every day to that.
Yeah, if y'all haven't been checking out what's going on over in Africa and Mexico and other countries where they would say, oh, these are third world countries. If y'all haven't been checking that out, y'all need to peep game. Africa coming together.
Yeah.
Africa about to
That's what
turn it.
they
Africa about
scared
to
of
turn
that,
it
boy.
out. So you
that
gotta
general,
peep a game
that
because every
general that
time
teamed up with Soviet
yes,
They've been
Union.
trying to
yes.
kill him for mad long. They can't kill him.
Hey, so Russia has a protection around him. China is investing heavily in Africa. Africa is kicking out France and all of these other colonizers, taking over their country.
As they
And so
should.
all of these things are happening now. And so y'all be aware of what's going around you, not just in your neighborhood, but what's going on around you in the world. And it's going to impact us all.
All right, so
hey, we gotta come together,
so,
Ab. We
but
need an underground bunker, baby.
But look, nah, we're gonna do this. I'm gonna do these Zooms faithfully as much as I can, but this is important to me, y'all. Like don't just give 3 hours of my time from I'm so busy. Like I'm really busy.
Yep.
I'm really, really, really busy person. When it comes to this though, and my family though, I sacrifice. So one thing is know yourself. This is why I started talking about this. We're gonna end soon, but I just want you to really know yourself. Like I didn't know myself. I was lost. Your body's gonna tell you everything too. Like the pimples, cancer, and all of that stuff is your body getting rid of the deadly toxin and stuff like that. So just look at yourself. Like, are you loving yourself? Like, look at your body, look at your face. This is what we need to start doing. Like, don't be so insecure of yourself. Like, be honest with yourself. Like, because when I was taking like perks and stuff like that, I had acne and shit like that. Be honest with yourself. Like, do you really love yourself? Well, like, just look at yourself. Your body's going to tell you. Like, once you start really loving yourself and loving God, you're going to start getting a different glow. Like,
AB.
Glow. You're going to be you're going to look at yourself and be like, fuck, like, shit, I look good. That type. So, like, really,
The last
really, really,
dragon
really,
glow.
really take care of yourselves, yo, and talk to yourself in the mirror. Like, do that. I do it all the time. I tell myself how great I am, how godly I am, how prolific, amazing, incredible I am, and I also give God, Allah, I give him all his shine. I tell him how much I love him, and I
Yo,
reflect
Ab,
on my past, all of that shit though. So
I
like,
tell you,
yo,
so I'm gonna
Ab,
tell you.
from the
Go ahead.
last Zoom that we were on, and you were talking about daily affirmations, man. I'm on day 2 of that, bro. I'm trying to rewire my brain and
That's
There you
dope.
go.
Right.
Yes,
That's
you know,
dope.
sir.
you know
Speak
what
to
I
Go,
mean?
yourself.
brother. That's what I'm
So
talking
yeah,
about.
yo, I
That's
really
dope.
love this Zoom call, man. We need to keep on doing this, Ab. You know,
well,
this is not only information wealth, but this is also nutrition to our souls, brother.
Amen.
Amen to
So
that.
I'm gonna tell you, to
In
piggyback
the
off what he just said and what AB just said, right? What it is a lot of people don't know where love comes from, right? Love only comes from God. So once you fall in love with Him, you have the ability to fall in love with yourself. And after you fall in love with yourself, then you can love other people, places, and things. If not, you'll be like social media, living for a whole bunch of likes and comments, but you'll never get any love from it. Go ahead.
Right.
Say that.
That's
Good
a
word.
fact. That's
that
a
was
Hey,
fact,
real
bro.
quick, y'all. I
Woo,
posted
mic
a link
drop.
in the chat. I posted a
Mic
link in the
drop.
chat for
go
a
ahead.
water pill flush. It's from it clears mucus. It clears, you'll go to the bathroom. You can't leave the house for one day though. It's a one
Who
pill
that?
flush.
What's
It's
that?
made
What's
from a
that?
black man, but the website is in the link in the chat. Yo, when
What's the name of
tell
it?
you it's called a Tumbi cleanse, 1 day flush.
A tomb.
Yeah,
Yeah,
How
you
you
gotta
spell
Tumbi.
take
that, brother?
ATUMNBI.
A
ATUN
T
as in
U
Nancy.
N
I.
B I.
BI as in boy. BI.
A Toombi. Okay.
Say it slower because a couple people missed it from you, brother.
A
ATUNBI.
N as in Nancy. B as in boy. I. Is a but the link is in the chat real quick. I'll put it in there. Let me tell you, it will clear mucus out of you.
Okay.
You every time you go to the bathroom, you got to drink water and continue doing it until your secretion is clear. But
I heard something called duck root too.
Yeah.
Duck flower or something.
Well,
Yeah.
this one right here is legit. I do it like yearly, twice a year, beginning of the new year. But it definitely clear out mucus out of your body.
And you know what else does
And
it
you said you
naturally?
gotta stay in the house, right?
Yeah,
You
you
definitely gotta
can't
stay in the
once you
crib.
take it. Yeah, like between an hour and a half, 2 hours, you start feeling your gut start burning up.
Don't need no problems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't
All right,
go to the
y'all.
Another one
store,
too.
boy.
If you take
Everything you need.
Go ahead.
if you eat the pears, if you cut a papaya in half, take the seeds of the papaya, right? After you take the seeds of the papaya, eat the papaya seeds. If you don't want to chew them because they're kind of spicy, you could just swallow them whole like an aspirin. Drink water right behind them. Later on that evening, clear, free and clear, like Sprint PCS.
Yeah. Okay. All right, y'all. Thank you so much. Thank you, y'all. This should be making me happy for real.
Word, bro.
So if
mindedness,
you
man. That's all that
don't
is.
be an angry person.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah, get out survival mode, y'all. I'm like truly out now. I smile and I got a sense of pride. I feel good like when I wake up, like and what I do now. Like smile, y'all, laugh, love people. Life is beautiful. I'm gonna end it with a DMX prayer and y'all can get up out of here. Y'all can get up out of here now. But yeah, that's how I'm feeling now. Thank you everybody for coming. Like I really appreciate y'all. A lot. For real, for real.
Alhamdulillah.
Appreciate you too, brother.
Appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you, Ab.
Appreciate
God and
that.
money, health as
Love.
well.
And
Stay blessed,
everybody
y'all.
in here too.
I'm about to share it right now. For whoever's staying, and then his prayers is deep, y'all. For real. If you've been through that pain,
Thank King.
Trying to reclaim 590.
Yeah.
On FanDuel Casino, every day is your chance at a free jackpot in the number 1 field, which is still winning. Better than number 37, expecting oatmeal raisin and getting chocolate chip.
Now rock the show. I come to you hungry and tired. You give me food, let me sleep. I come to you weak. You give me strength, and that's deep. Call me a sheep and lead me to green pastures. Only asking that I keep the focus in between the Lord Jesus, it is you who wakes me up every day to live. Bear with me. Let us pray. Lord Jesus, it is you who wakes me up every day. And I am forever grateful for your love. This is why I pray. You let me touch so many people, and it's all for the good. I influenced so many children. I never thought that I would. And I couldn't take credit for the love they get, because it all comes from you, Lord. I'm just the one that's... And when it seems like the pressure gets to be too much, I take time out and pray, and ask that you be my crutch. Lord, I am not perfect by a long shot. I confess to you daily. But I work hard every day, and I hope that you hear me. In my heart, I mean well, but if you'll help me to grow, then what I have in my heart will begin to show. And when I get going, I'm not looking back for nothing, because I will know where I'm headed. And I'm so tired of the suffering. I stand before you, a weakened version of your reflection, begging for direction, for my soul needs resurrection. I don't deserve what you've given me, but you never took it from me, because I am grateful, and I use it, and I do not worship money. If what you want from me is to bring your children to you, my regret is only having one life to do it instead of two. Amen.
At ShopRite, we give back here. We've donated over...
Alhamdulillah.
I mean.
Alhamdulillah.
Yo, love, peace to everybody, y'all. Y'all
Yo,
have an
thank you,
amazing
Ab.
day. Stay blessed.
Appreciate you. Keep walking in the light. Keep walking in the light. Rams, what's up? What's up, Rams?
What's good, my brother?
All
What's
is
good,
well,
my
man.
boy?
Keep walking in the light, man. Keep walking in the light.
Yes, sir.
Never look back. Never look back.
Love all y'all, man. Y'all take care, man. Enjoy your day.
Likewise.
All right.
Have a great day, all.
Blessed day.
All right.
You too.
Yeah.
Peace.